We can all just pull apart. We can live, we can love, yes, we can spark. We can give, we can hold, we can shine together. We can all just pull apart. We can live, we can love, yes, we can spark. We can give, we can hold, we can die together. The conversation, the separation, the overlooked $1,000,000 violations. Designed to forget, to hit reset. Design your home, forget about the presets.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show. What? With Scotty Waz. Sean O. Breakaway. And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
It's weird to do it with music again. I'm not going to lie to you. It's really weird to do it with music again, but welcome. It's Face Off Hockey Show. The gang is back together.
Yes.
Johnny P's there. Mark with the C's there. Everyone's there. How you doing, guys?
I'm kind of hoping that there's not a really bad echo this week.
Let's hope not.
So,
we'll see how it goes.
And it doesn't sound like I can hear myself, but I mean...
But you sound fantastic. You sounded better than I've ever heard you before.
Really? Great. So,
could be the steroids, though.
It could be, actually. Actually, I haven't gotten steroids yet this year, which is interesting. I probably should have at some point. I mean, I felt like hell for long enough that I probably should have just gone to a doctor, but...
Has fall hit the area yet?
Well, fall has, and then it went back to summer,
okay.
And then it hit fall again, and now I think it went into winter.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's kind of like it's a roulette of seasons that we get in October. It doesn't. I mean, from day to day, it could change.
Exactly. Aren't we all day to day though? Mark with the C, how are you doing, sir? How was your game last week that you bolted for?
Good. We won. 2-1.
Wow.
Or sorry, 2-0 now with Deadeye. So good start to the year for us.
Excellent.
That's about all I got.
You're far better than the Giants.
Yeah. And the Steelers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And the Redskins too. So there you go.
They have one win, don't they? Yeah, they have one win.
Yeah, they're not that good though. Let's be honest. I mean, the owner's coming out saying, "Listen, we're going to keep the name this way, and if we have to call ourselves Potatoes, we'll call ourselves Redskin Potatoes. I don't care."
What a mess.
I do like how angry they are about the name, though.
I like how angry
Who's
everyone.
Angry?
Everyone angry except for the Indians. They don't really care that much.
Well, no, there's one tribe that wants to meet or something. I don't know.
Wants to meet?
Yeah, they want to meet with the NFL to discuss what they how they're gonna get rid of the name.
No.
Well, here's the fun thing: they're in upstate New York. They don't count.
Yeah.
They could possibly be the worst. I don't know. But the fun thing about it is possibly, not really sure.
Or possibly be the worst.
Might be. But yeah, it's interesting how there are people who are throwing themselves up in arms. Mostly the people who have the louder voices, and everyone else is like, what can you do? I don't know.
The way it works all the time, though.
Yeah, you're right.
People that yell and scream the loudest.
Yeah, and that's really the most effective way, apparently.
The squeaky wheel gets the oil, so to speak, right? Is that what it is?
Why do you look like Jimmy Durante? I don't understand what the problem is here.
Did your nose get bigger?
Thank you.
My camera. I'm doing things. I mean, I just have a really big nose.
Can you go ha cha 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 cha?
Like,
that'd be great.
It's like I'm the other Patanzo brother. All right, it's back to
Where's
normal.
Mikey when you really need him?
Yeah. I want to know.
So,
It's slowing my computer down a lot, though, so I'm going to turn that
so I'm
off.
sure you guys talked about this last week, but that digital magazine that BD put together is pretty slick.
Yeah, I have to say that came out really well. The great part about it is how they integrate YouTube on that, and it freaked the hell out of me. I thought it was wizardry.
I know, it's pretty interesting, right? Like, you just kind of click on it, and it's like, oh, look, video.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. I have to say, I'm very impressed with the whole lot that they put together there. It was fun. It's fun to deal with, and
I do
hopefully we
like
can.
also how we became partners very quickly in this.
Yeah, I didn't understand how that worked either. You threw that one together quickly, John. Johnny, you're our agent, so I'm blaming and crediting you for everything.
Apparently, I did a really good job. I mean,
Good
I haven't quite figured out yet what partnership means, but I'm sure it's a good thing.
We will get you that pay raise. We'll triple your rate right now,
Yes.
which is 0. So
That's true.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe, just maybe, we can get you a better seat at the photo table, or at least, if nothing else, a step stool.
Yeah, that would help actually.
Yeah.
No lie. Like now, well, I mean, the cool thing though, and the viewers at home may or may not have seen this because I obviously just put it on my personal Facebook page, but I got a new camera lens this past week, and the new lens is what I refer to as badass, because no lie, the lens is like this big now.
Jesus.
So it lets in a lot more light than like my old lenses do. So I can get better pictures in lower light and like sports pictures underneath of like the lights, and I can actually get pictures of you guys playing hockey now.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Since Laurel and Piney Orchard are very well lit, most of the pictures I took of you guys never really made it to anybody else's view but mine.
They did adapt their lighting system from the Cap Center. Let's be honest here.
Right. Yes. I think they actually took the same lighting system from the Cap Center.
What Baltimore Arena didn't want, the Laurel Ice Gardens took.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, I will also say that I probably deleted some pictures that I thought were blurry because I looked at them before I got glasses.
Okay.
So maybe there were some pictures that were a lot better than I thought, but I thought they were blurry, so I deleted them. But yeah, so long story short, I should get better pictures now, which is also really cool because I don't even have to get like as close anymore. I could just kind of like move through the group and zoom everyone out and take pictures of draft picks and then leave.
I have to say the one good thing is that you have the strongest Achilles of anybody taking pictures back there in those scrums, if nothing else. If we take nothing else from this.
Yes. Until I really hope that one day I don't pop an Achilles though, like while I'm doing the draft.
Yeah, the medical staff on site has to be bare bones. I mean,
Yeah.
just an event like that,
What's the worst thing that could happen at a draft? Like a kid misses a step and like falls down a couple. Like I don't understand.
Like the
he
rugby
kisses
kid.
the wrong girl and somebody punches him. I mean, what really could go wrong?
Obviously, you put on your jersey too fast, you crack your neck. And,
well, that would hurt actually.
You get a concussion from it too. I don't know. Somehow it's really weird. Put you in a
I
quiet
never
room
thought
for
about
15 minutes.
The hat might be too tight.
Yeah, exactly.
Even
But
if it's a flex fit.
get the flex fit. Always get the larger size flex fit because you can always size down when you get back behind the stage. Not that hard.
Yeah.
Not that hard. So that's good.
So that was
That's
that was my eventful week, I guess. I refereed some soccer games, per usual. I have a game tomorrow, but I have a free Wednesday night, and that means I get to hang out with you guys. I've missed this show.
Yeah, we've missed you. Much as I
Yes,
like
we
talking
have.
with Mark, it's really weird at times because we get off on odd tangents, odder tangents than we would with you around.
Yeah,
Yeah, we actually talked hockey for like 45 minutes last week.
it is really weird.
It's the
Why
damnedest
would you
thing.
do that?
I don't know. We will have to fill a lot of time with hockey because Lauritsen is on a personal, I guess sabbatical is the right term for it. We wish him and his family all the best.
I'll leave. Yeah.
So he will be back next week, if all goes well, and we'll get back to trade room. Luckily, there's no trade rumors in the first week of the season, except for one. And there's that. So there's, I mean, luckily, it's the first week of the season, and we don't have to talk about the trade deadline is 75 weeks away. I don't know if that's accurate, but we'll go with it.
I like it.
Good. Other than that, anybody else have a fun, exciting, fantastic week aside? Did you go to Caps games? Anyone? Bueller? Watch any Caps games? Watch any hockey? Anyone?
Caps game, I guess last Thursday was the home opener. It was a shootout win. It was a fun one to be at. Packed house, which is always a good thing to see. Which, 3 or 4 years ago was not out of the norm on a Tuesday night when they were playing the Blackhawks or Blackhawks, the Blue Jackets. But these days, it's a packed house is a rare thing to see for some reason because it's not the hot ticket in town anymore, I guess, like it was back then. Which is, that's a good thing, probably not for Ted Leonsis, but for regular fans, it's a good thing.
You mean thin AIDS-looking Ted Leonsis?
Yeah, he's lost quite a bit of weight, that Ted Leonsis.
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's huge, though, now because of it.
Yeah, that's true. But, but how was the atmosphere there, Mark? Was it good? Did the Caps seem to be getting in a lot of shootouts? The power play seems to be the only thing clicking.
Yeah. Everybody kind of thought that was over after the first period, and I believe they were down 2-0. They didn't look very, very good at all. I think they allowed a quick third one. Either that or we
3-0.
It was 3-0 after the first.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a pretty bad start to the game. They fought back. They won on a shootout. Ovechkin got the DC hat trick, which is 2 goals and then a shootout goal.
Yes.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah.
People
I'm actually kind of shocked. I'm pretty proud of the DC folks for not throwing. Either they didn't realize that was his third goal of the game, or they finally stopped throwing hats for shootout goals.
Oh, boo. I kind of liked that. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. I have to say, I like Ovechkin and I like Grabowski a whole lot this year. Obviously Ovechkin for obvious reasons. But yeah, Grabowski he's been playing pretty well, I have to say, as a new acquisition. He has 4 points in the opening night and has been fairly consistent, I guess, ever since. Not seeing as much as I should, but just reading stat lines and say, hey, this guy's consistent as he should be. And having a little fantasy team helps too.
First star of the week, first star of the first week. So at least until Squirtle or Hurdle that did something this week.
I thought it was Victor Frankl. That's like, I couldn't remember the guy's name, and I was like, isn't that a guy from A Man's Search for damn it, what was that book called?
Atlantis?
Oh, Victor Frankl wrote a book that we all read in high school.
A Man's Search for the G-Spot.
No, you know that's a lie.
Exactly.
What was it? A Man's Search for Meaning.
Oh, well, that's the
I
way
never
less
read
fun.
that one.
Was it? You didn't read that?
No.
I could have sworn that was a Satcho staple.
Mark, you?
No, Miss White just didn't teach us that one.
There's a shot. First off, there's a shock. Second off,
Teach you.
we can't say that on air. I can't tell you what she thought, but she's married.
We've all seen videos.
Just say, brother, got to eat. Best nation is donation. No, we get it. Okay, that's who she hung around with, people. In any case, by the way, apparently homecoming weekend this weekend at the Mount St. Joseph.
And I believe it's the gym opening, the official opening of the brand new gym. I think is this weekend as well.
Oh wow.
$87 million put into that gym. That may or may not be correct. I don't know.
Mark Teixeira funded the entire thing.
Exactly. Mark Teixeira.
At least half of it.
His stay on the DL paid for half of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, a nice little walkthrough during or after at halftime of the JV football game.
They're just gonna take everyone that's in the stands and walk them through the gym for a little while.
Yeah, essentially. And actually, I think it's any alumni from. I just got the email today. I think it was from like 83 to 99.
Hold on. You got the email today, but it's this weekend.
Yeah, well, listen, it takes longer to get to Canada. Let's not kid ourselves here.
Like, what if you really wanted to come back for homecoming and you're like, ah, shit. I don't have enough
Well,
time.
I would have, and then I realized, wait a minute, I'm 30. I don't know how to go about this.
I mean, we can't go back for Strombolis anymore.
Oh, we can go back for Stromboli. You try and stop me with that. But you know what? I should do that when I come back, because I come back every time I fly back. I fly back on Thursdays. I should just round up somebody and just say, "Hey, come on, let's go.
Go straight to St. Joe.
We're going to Stromboli Day, stupids."
You can grab Laura.
I'll just pick you up from the airport and we'll head right to St. Joe.
It's a date.
PR Laura is right there all the
I
time.
know she is.
Imagine if Laura was on campus, though.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's tamer now. Remember, Mark, when you and I went a few years back, and we knocked over a chair, and no one went, "Oh!"
I know. It's ridiculous.
Or no, I think it was someone knocked over a chair and we did it, and then they all looked at us.
We looked around and waited for somebody to yell, and nobody yelled. Chip Armstrong's got that place. I don't know. I guess Mark Hoffman now has that place. On lockdown.
First off, of course he would. Knowing his mother, yeah, he does.
Didn't you work at Slade?
Yeah, my mom. I've known his mom for a while because I went to school.
So have I.
Hey, look at you! Look at you guys! Because I knew Katie for a while, and obviously Miss Hoffman was the vice principal before the whole thing went down at Slade. Before the shit hit the fan. Here we go. Here's the Mount St. Joseph High School Facebook page. Members of the classes of 1980 through 1999 in the Catonsville area, President George Andrews Jr. invites you and your sons and/or nephews to Mount St. Joseph on the evening of Thursday, October 24th. Cheer on our JV football team and join us for a halftime tour of our new athletic facility and stay after the game for a reception with light food and drinks. Timeline is set as follows. JV football game at 4 on Playback Field. Halftime tour of the Atlantic Center and reception with light food and drinks at 5:30. So essentially you don't see the second half of the game. Because it's JV football, who cares? Unless you have money on it, I'm taking the over.
Yeah.
Wow. So first of all, they called it the Atlantic Center. Is that right? Did they sell off the naming rights to that, or?
Let me see. It is the. It just says New Athletic Center. I don't know if it's the Atlantic.
Did they sell it off to James Earl Jones back in the mid-'90s?
Here's what actually happened. Was Scotty said it correctly, and I heard New Atlantic Center.
Yeah.
That'd be great if they actually did sell off the naming rights.
Bell Atlantic Center.
I'd put in at least like $3 to call it Face Off Hockey Show Place.
Ooh. Maybe we can...
The Face Off Hockey Show Wrestling Room.
Yeah. We can put a piece of synthetic ice in there and call that Face Off Hockey Show Place.
That's the funny thing is I've been thinking they do all this other stuff. I don't think they have a facility for hockey at all. Any kind of facility.
No. They just go to Laurel.
They play at Laurel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how far Laurel is away from St. Joe?
Yeah.
Having driven it at 100 miles per hour on 95? It's 10 minutes, but still, if you get caught in traffic, then you have to take 295, and it's a little bit more stringent because there are actually cops everywhere in the median.
When there are other cars on it, it sucks.
Exactly. I have to go 90, and it takes me 15. And I'm only there an hour and a half beforehand. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Sitting by yourself in a locker room with your stick.
Essentially, that's how life goes. I'm not gonna lie. These things happen. Looking at St. Joe's page, looking at the new construction. My godfather's actually an alumni there, and he was also the old fire marshal at the Baltimore City Fire Department. So he actually took a tour in May when it was like kind of done. And he said it's fantastic.
That's awesome.
He said it looks amazing. I like the fact that the basketball court has an overhead scoreboard now.
Ooh, fancy.
That is it's like right over top. It's nice and durable and state of the art.
It can obviously fall right on top of children while they're playing basketball.
Exactly. Well, that's the risk you take when you play at St. Joe.
Did they actually just get the Baltimore Arena one, or is it more state of the art of the Baltimore Arena one?
It's the Baltimore Arena one minus the video screen.
Oh, nice.
It's got home and guest, and it's all digitized. It looks
well. Let's be honest. The Baltimore Arena video screen is really just pixelated.
And let's be honest, also, anything at WMSJ could probably broadcast in high def. So,
next thing you know, there's going to be a SmackDown taping there. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
You know,
Well, they could move amateur wrestling night from New Burns to St. Joe now.
That's
ah,
right.
yes, Ring of Honor Wrestling.
Roller derby.
What's the other thing they always do at New Burns?
Roller derby.
The boxing.
Oh yes, boxing. You know, it's funny how Michael's 8th Avenue used to have boxing and wrestling, and now it has nothing. It's right across the street from the concrete place, and that's all it's known for.
Don't they have like
Yes.
receptions and stuff there too?
Yeah, but that's not the point.
Hall of Fame inductions.
That was
Not-
just when Bob was there.
Should we go every year?
So quite literally, the only time I think I've ever been to Michael's 8th Avenue is for Hall of Fame inductions.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was La Fontainebleau when I
No,
walked.
that's another place.
Yeah, that's another place entirely. That's on the other side of Glen
You
Burnie.
need to know your Glen Burnie geography.
Jesus, Mark.
And
Look, I'm gonna get some maps out.
Right over near Little Caesars,
Yeah.
Which Little Caesars?
Oh boy.
obviously. There's one in Pasadena, there's one in Glen Burnie, and I believe there's one in Severn.
Yes. Look, the LaFontaine Blues near the Glen Burnie Ice Rink, and
Oh yeah.
the Michael's 8th Avenue is near is right down the road from Cromwell Station on the light rail.
The more you know.
Do do do. Yeah. So there's
Red's gonna
that.
love this part.
What's that?
Red's gonna love this part.
Oh, I hope. Let's hope.
She takes pictures of the Anne Arundel County Water Tower while she's driving through.
Well, why? First off, why wouldn't you?
Right, I agree.
I mean, Anne Arundel County, do or die, son. I've been thinking about getting an Anne Arundel County tattoo. I don't know why. Just outline of the county, and there it is. Yeah, just of the county. The state. I figure because I want to get it like right on here on the forearm part.
Yeah.
I figure the state of Maryland is too weirdly shaped, and I figured
Well,
that.
that's just like a Maryland flag.
Well, I'll get it in the inset of the.
Okay, there you go.
And I think the biggest thing is I have to realize that I hate needles too, so that's probably never going. That's going to be. We'll chalk that up to the ideas on Face Off Hockey Show that never get done.
That's all right. We're not even drinking.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm not either. Mark.
No,
Wow.
I know. Sweep it. We're not doing it.
Sober show. This is not good at all.
Yeah.
Mark.
I did see something, Scotty, that I thought you would appreciate, though. It was I believe it was an early '90s Honda CRX.
Oh,
The little red ones that you normally
like
always
the hatchback kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it was still going pretty good. I mean, it had obviously an aftermarket tailpipe to make it sound like a lawnmower. But it did. The hood was painted fully in the Maryland state flag.
Ah,
which I was
nice.
like, oh, Scotty would love this.
I do. And let me show you something. Let me see if I can bring it up on the.
What, you already have that hood on your wall?
Oh no, it's something I wish.
It's Juan Dixon on it.
Fuck! I was gonna say Juan Dixon's not here, sadly. Let me see.
You know
if I
what?
can...
Since I have a key to Sean's house, I kind of want to like go in one night when they're not there and take the Juan Dixon hood, the Michael Ute stick, and Chris Osgood, and bring it to my house.
I don't think anything's stopping you.
That's
And
true.
honestly, I don't think he'll miss it.
Although now it's premeditated and I'm stealing.
Well,
Well,
you know,
technically, Osgood was mine. The Leute stick was yours. So
Yes.
the only thing that we'd be stealing was the Juan Dixon hood.
Yeah, but I mean, who's used that recently?
What would you even use it? And
I don't know. I put it
okay,
behind me. I put it.
okay, that's good. The other thing is, how much crap do you think is on top of that hood now?
No, I
It was on the
any of
wall.
the things that we own.
the wall.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the very few things that Sean put on the wall when he went to the basement. Now,
to the windows, to the walls, till the sweat drops down my, Here you go.
Oh,
This was found at the Maryland University of Maryland campus at a tailgate before the first game. It is a Jeep decked out in all Maryland everything.
that is amazing.
That's fantastic.
Is that like an Under Armour Jeep?
It could be. The tires are actually, you can see the seats. They wick.
It looks like there's a red Power Ranger in there too.
That's just the guy sitting in the back of the window. That's all about. That's
Hmm.
he's just there in the peripheral.
Hold on. If you had a Jeep that was decked out in the Maryland state flag, why wouldn't you drive around as the Red Power Ranger?
That is true. You get the helmet to.
I feel like you could put together 4 Power Rangers because they had a red, white, a yellow, and a black. Right?
Whoa, hey.
You know what? Yeah, as racist as that sounds, that is true.
The
Because
red one,
the funny
the
thing
red-
is,
yes, I think we've discussed this on the show before.
I don't know if we have, but we are now.
Yeah.
We could have just discussed this drunk in our hotel room in New Jersey.
Possibly.
How the black Power Ranger was actually black, the yellow Power Ranger was actually Asian, the white Power Ranger was actually white, and the red Power Ranger had a little bit of Indian in him.
Yes. It's so true.
It's it is the weirdest thing and a little bit racist, but also a whole lot hilarious. So
And the pink Power Ranger was like
a woman,
a little prissy cheerleader.
Yeah.
and the blue
Was
Power
there-
Ranger was just a depressed kid.
And the green Power Ranger was Marty McFly. Oh no, that was the yellow one. Damn, I messed that up.
It's okay.
Oh well.
These things happen.
Yellow.
Oh, I did not know that.
What? About all the Power Rangers?
I mean, I had never really watched Power Rangers though.
Yeah.
Well, the yellow Power Ranger, after she got off, I think after like a year or two after she left the show, she died in a car accident.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I guess you had to leave the suit.
Like in this day and age, do you think like I want to go back and Jesus. Yeah. I want to go back and watch the pilot. And at least because it was a Japanese show before it came to the States. Like I want to watch the pilot and then see how I think his name was Zordon, the guy that that over the big giant head that oversaw everything. Like how did he pick out the names? Or how did he pick out which guy would get and girl would get which color? Like, do you think this day and age during that scene, like somebody in the middle of that would be like, whoa, 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 whoa?
no.
Why do I have to be the Black Ranger? Why can't I be the Blue Ranger?
You know why? Because they were all wearing the shirt color of the coinciding. They always wore their shirts always match with what Power Ranger they were.
Yeah, but what if the Black Ranger was wearing like a green shirt for some
Then he
reason?
would have been
that
the
day?
Green Ranger.
I don't know.
He did. Hold on. He did wear purple to offset the black. So
Yeah.
it's either he could be the Purple Ranger or the Black Ranger. I think he probably decided on black.
So he was the original Raven.
Yeah, and I think honestly, the Mastodon was. I'm like, all right, now that's a little. I guess he's compensating. I don't know why. Long trunk, really?
Was
Come
there
on.
a Blue Ranger?
Yes, he was the Triceratops. It's not.
So the Power Rangers were like Voltron, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially, it was live action Voltron.
Exactly.
I
But
like
there were
both of
more
them.
of them.
What's that?
I feel like there were only 5 Voltron people.
There were, and there were
There
6.
there wound up being 6 Power Rangers because one like came later on.
Yeah, the Green Ranger.
They just invented a new guy.
The Green
There was
Ranger was the evil Ranger, and then he only had a limited time, and then he died off but resurrected as like a Doctor Who kind of thing as the White Ranger. And funny story, the guy who plays that, like Jason David Frank, I don't know how I know this, he has been, I think he's been in 7 different Power Ranger series.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, he's also like a MMA fighter and like 17-time black belt.
Three-time
world karate champion.
I do love how you just brought that name out like it was,
Yeah.
like you'd been talking about this earlier today.
These
And,
things.
and here all I have is Amy Jo Johnson as the Pink Ranger.
She's still good looking.
Is she? How do you know this? Have you looked her
She
up
was
recently?
She was in that. No, she was in that TV show with what's his nut? Flashpoint.
What?
She was recently in. It's a show called Flashpoint. It was probably a Canadian only show.
Isn't that I think so. Yeah, Flashpoint's that place you go for money quickly.
It could be. I don't know. I can neither confirm nor
The
deny.
cash you need in a flash at Flashpoint.
Flashpoint 2008
That-
to. Oh, here we go. It was only a Canadian drama and was it runs on Ion TV as well. It starred Hugh Dillon, Amy Jo Jackson, and that looks like about it.
Wow.
Enrico
The more-
Colantoni. I think he's the guy who was the photographer in that David Spade show where they ran a newspaper. They ran a magazine. I don't know.
I forget what that was called.
David Spade.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds because I'm waiting for it to show up. Where the hell? Oh, just shoot me.
There you go. Yeah. No, really, what's the name of the show called?
Look at you.
Is that a photography joke?
Yeah, it was a
Oh.
pun. The show was a pun name. I
That was
liked it a lot.
Funny.
It's punny. So yeah, there you go. That is your history on the Power Rangers.
Oh.
Why don't you let me screen share?
But how
Screen.
did they put the extra Power Ranger into Voltron though? Like
He had his own Zord, and then he combined with the other Zords to create another Zord. Actually, you know what happened? He had a big Dragon Zord, so it was independent upon itself. And if they all got in trouble, they got this other big like serpent thing to come out of the water, and they had like 7 Zords into one big thing. It was really the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
so it was like Voltron on drugs.
So it was actually just Voltron, because I'm pretty sure you had to be on drugs to enjoy Voltron as well, especially when they only had like the half
I enjoyed
visors.
Voltron.
Honestly, Voltron was the junior hockey. Power Rangers was the college hockey because they wore the full face mask. The Voltron only used the half shield. So
I see. That's
It's
true.
not wrong.
Hey, he's exactly right.
there we go. That's your hockey comparison of the night. Voltron junior hockey, Power Rangers college hockey.
All right. I'm glad we talked hockey though.
Got that in the first half hour of the show. Is it not screen sharing for you, Mark?
Yeah, it didn't work for me. I was trying to show you guys Amy Jo Johnson in a police uniform from Flashpoint.
Flashpoint. Pew, 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 pew.
No wonder it wasn't working.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yes.
All right, I got. Give me 2 seconds here, Marcus Aurelius, and we will go ahead. There he is, Miss Amy Jo Johnson.
Ooh.
Did that go off the air at all? There she
It was-
is.
yeah.
I just got kicked out for a second.
Oh, it's okay. You're fine. Yeah, there's Miss Amy Jo Johnson.
That was the picture I was trying to find.
Well, there you go. Now you have it. Problem is, it's like 2,000 pixels. So if I hit the magnifying, it's just gonna go right to like her pores, and we don't need that. 43 years young she is.
Looking good, Amy Jo.
At what point do you drop the middle name in that?
Just go Amy Johnson.
Yeah, Amy Johnson.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
she's developed a brand. It's like you can't just call her Tiffany Thiessen. It's
Yeah.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
I just call her Kelly Kapowski. So let's not get crazy here.
as everyone should.
Here's the thing: Lori Loughlin's never aged either. Just throwing out
Yeah.
observations too.
Mm-hmm.
She's like 50 and she's looking fantastic. Same with Jennifer Tilly. Jennifer Tilly is banging. I don't know why I'm just bringing this up, folks. You can stop me whenever you want. I just gonna keep going otherwise.
I was hoping there were
What's
more-
what's Manon Rhéaume up to these days?
I think she's a consultant somewhere and a public speaker. That's a good question. Also, you know who else? Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Has gotten better with age.
Exactly.
Same with Julie Bowen. Julie Bowen too.
Yes. But Elaine Bennis is just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like the later years Seinfeld, she got better and better.
Yeah. Once they stopped putting her in flannel and putting her hair like all frizzy and 80s like, she wound up being pretty hot. I think they realized that like it doesn't have to be a character. If you just make her hot,
Mm-hmm.
people will
then
like
they
her
can
better.
just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Manon Rhéaume, as it turns out, it doesn't look like she's doing much of anything. She
Oh.
last played in 2009 for the Minnesota Whitecaps in the Women's Hockey League, the National Women's Hockey League, and she is divorced and on the market. So there you go.
That tells me nothing. What she look like?
Just tell me, I need to look.
Stop saying all these facts and just show me a picture.
God, you sound like some of my internet conversations at a younger age. AOL chat rooms. I don't need to know about your life. ASL be damned. I need to know
Blah
about.
blah blah blah. Show me a picture.
Wasn't that all AOL A was used for?
ASL, yo, ASL.
Now Tinder just gives you all that information right off the bat. You don't even need to ask.
What is this?
Tinder. You've never heard of Tinder?
Go on.
It's one of those like dating apps that you just swipe side to side and whether you like the person or not. We'll give it a shot.
That's interesting.
So it's hot or not for the new generation?
It's exactly what it is. So let's see. I don't know if you guys can. I don't know if it's gonna show up or not. It's now trying to find a map of where I am right now, and
Now you're
trying to find
showing
people.
on YouTube where you live.
It's not really where I live. It's around where I live. That's not close to where I live.
All right, Mark, will you accept a 3-year dated picture? Because it looks the closest one I'm going to get.
3-year dated. Sure, why not? It's close enough.
Look at 2010, right there in the middle there, Miss Menon Rayon.
Well, let's go to your screen, not my screen now.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Manon Rayon. She looks very fit, very fantastic.
I kind of feel like she should be a goalie coach somewhere.
I'm surprised she's not it doesn't on the Wikipedia, which of course is truthful for everything.
Like a college team or something, right? Like
Exactly, a college team or even like one of the Canadian professional women's team that's up here. I'm very surprised.
yeah.
But,
I feel like she would be able to coach.
What from that picture would tell you that she's able to coach?
listen, that's
I
not.
didn't have any thoughts on her being able to coach because of the picture.
I only gather information visually.
That right there should be a T-shirt.
Only gather information visually. You know what? Honestly, I'm with Mark. I gotta.
All right.
It goes
Sorry
the whole
for trying
picture.
to
It
bring
goes the
up
whole
real-
picture thing.
It's my fault for trying to add the 30% of real hockey.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
We should just know that when Lyle's not here, we're not talking hockey.
Nah, it's gonna be chicks, old sitcoms, and that's about it.
Yes, summer shows.
Exactly. It
This
is
is like
summer,
before. It's
school.
like before soccer season even started.
The last 2 weeks, though, I did completely watch for the first time New Girl from the very first episode. It's fantastic.
Really?
Fantastic show.
You
Fantastic
like it?
show. Yeah, you don't like it?
I can't get over the fact that the other characters are so over the top.
The other characters are over the top.
Yeah.
Zoe's like spot on, perfect.
Well, I
You know,
feel like
normal.
Zoe Deschanel is playing like the character that she plays in like everything.
Okay.
Kind of quirky, this, that, the other thing. That's her niche. That's what she's found.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. I can watch like episodes of it maybe at a time depending upon mood, but I've never sat there and watched more than 30 minutes of The New Girl or New Girl.
Well, good thing they're only 30 minutes long.
Well, yeah, true story. So I can watch an episode at a time.
I would say start from the beginning, unless you obviously don't care.
I
So,
don't care.
yeah.
There's only 2
'Cause-
seasons, right? This is like the second season or the
This
third?
is the beginning of the 3rd season going on right now.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I never really. Well, then again, I watch so much TV, too. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The only reason I've been able to watch Caps games is because of the DVR that I got. Which is awesome, except for the fact that I have not seen the end of a Caps game yet.
Well,
That's something.
that first game was a little outrageous because they had to name literally everyone in Chicago.
Yeah, that one ended like before, midway through like the 3rd period. That recording ended, and I put on an extra half an hour. Well, the first time I didn't put on any extra time, so that was my own fault. The second time I put on an extra half an hour, and it ended right before the shootout.
Nice.
And then the 3rd game, I don't believe I've watched yet.
Could be for the best.
Need to get better light bulbs in here. Yeah, I think that's the problem.
Maybe that's
I'm like all yellow.
Hey, that's
like-
listen. That's
That's just the temperature
Yeah.
filter that you have on. You need to turn down the temperature a little bit.
Mark bought his camera through Instagram.
Filters.
The hell was I gonna say?
That's better.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Yes, the exposure right there. Good work.
that kid.
Ah!
Jesus.
White balance.
That's racist.
Won't let me change the white balance.
Well, there's only so much white that could be in the room, Mark.
Saturation. Let's see. Oh no, I want to be less
how are you gonna
saturated.
say it?
There we go. That's a little better. I want to be
That's good.
less saturated. That's all it was.
You have to drink
Just
less water.
oversaturated.
Exposure. A little better. A little worse.
Oh.
Better. Number 1, number 2. Number 1, number 2. Turn that saturation back up.
This is what
Yeah, there it is.
This is what I've
How
been
saturated I am. You see how saturated I am right now?
Look at you, so saturated. So saturated.
And now I'm black and white.
Alright.
Hey.
There we
Easy
go.
magic.
I think that's better. I think that looks better than I did before. What do you think?
I see no change, honestly.
There we go.
All that work for normality.
Yeah, it kind of does look the same.
Exactly.
Just threw on that true color and called it a day.
To the true color shining through. True color. That's why I love. All right. All right. Let's get to this roster of injuries, because God damn it, there was a lot of them this week.
Yeah.
Not even lying, and you expect that from the first week of the hockey. Because I don't know if Johnny P's looking at his phone or if he's trying to get music up. I don't know what to go with.
I have the. Oh, do you want me to play the music? Oh,
I don't
sure.
know. I'm waiting for if you don't have it ready. Don't worry. I was just wondering if there was a cue happening and I didn't know. And
See what condition my condition was in.
What condition my condition was in.
I should have.
Now time for Is Rick DiPietro injured?
Yeah, he is. Injuries have hit Rick DiPietro hard and mostly in the wallet. Actually, wait, check that. No, it hasn't, because he's making a nice boat of cash for not playing.
I hate that guy. I want what he has.
Smug bastard.
I know. Like, I want what Ilya Brizgailov has. I want what he has. I want what Yashin has. I just want to be able to get paid and do nothing. Is that too much to ask?
It's the American way.
No, I mean they earned their money. Someone did they're not stealing it from anybody. Someone gave it to them.
That's debatable. Let's be honest.
So they did something to earn that money
Hey,
at some point in their careers.
they do hookers.
It's not like they're on welfare and they're just they're just weaning off the American government.
And not getting their money.
Yep. Oh, America. Stop playing.
Stop playing, yo. At least the furloughed employees are back. Oh, wait a minute.
No, but the
Oh.
joke is that the furloughed employees are getting paid to not go to work. I don't understand. I mean, it's great for me because there's no traffic on the Beltway usually. There's been no traffic on the Beltway for the last week and a half for me. It's been awesome. But all of the people they're getting paid vacation. I don't know. How does this help? I don't understand how spending money and forcing people not to go to work is helping the situation. All right, I'm
Mark,
sorry.
if you throw money at it's the whole thing like the economy. If you spend money, it'll make more money. Right? Right? I'm scared.
Anyway, let's go back to injuries. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off on a Bill O'Reilly tirade there.
Wow, yeah, easy there, conservative McConservative. I don't know what that meant. Injury report. Someone who's definitely having a paid vacation. Ville Leno. Broken ribs. He's out indefinitely.
Wow.
The Sabres are said not to be missing him, so there's that. They are missing Henrik Talinder. Upper body injury. He is on the IR. Well, Ryan Miller's got a groin strain, and he's day-to-day, but hey, aren't we all? Mathieu Stajan, he has got a leg injury. He is out indefinitely for your Calgary Flames. Well, Tim Thomas who played admirably for the for the Panthers first couple of days. Lower body injury day to day. Goalie Nick Backstrom. He's got a knee injury after getting run into last night in Nashville. He is day to day, while Charlie Coyle is 3 to 4 weeks with a knee injury. So Minnesota already getting their injury bug on pretty heavy. It's funny because Josh Harding almost was injured too in that game, and they didn't have a third goalie available, which would have been fun to have an empty net for another 17 minutes.
Wow.
Would have been awesome. But it didn't happen because Josh Harding was okay.
Oh, okay.
Rick Nash adding insult to injury to that 9-2 debacle they experienced in San Jose. He's got a head injury. He is going to be reevaluated. He is day to day. Jason Spezza, the leader for the Calder Trophy for Rookie of the Year, he's got a groin injury. He is day to day. Such a shame for such a young player.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be. I mean, he's so young though; he'll be able to bounce right back.
And let's be honest. Let's not forget the Sean O rookie theorem.
Right. I mean, it all comes down to the second half anyway.
Always does.
Yeah.
Always does. James Neal, lower body injury. He's out indefinitely. While Marty Havlat had groin surgery, and he is out indefinitely. But I think with Thomas Hertl, I think they won't be missing Havlat that much. Hertl. Tyler Pyatt is broken his collarbone. Tom Pyatt broken his collarbone out indefinitely. While Joffrey Lupul, he has got a knee injury. He is day to day. Mark Fraser, he's got a knee injury and on the IR as well. Alex Burrows, 2 weeks with a lower body injury.
Down goes Fraser.
Zinger. All right. In what could be construed as the quickest firing in any professional sports went down at Philadelphia. After 3 games, Peter Laviolette relieved of his duties, and the chief, Craig Berube, named as head coach. Not interim, straight-up head coach.
Wow.
There are definitely more head coaches that played for the Capitals in the league right now than any other team, I would think. Scott, or at least, well, not anymore, I guess, since Sacco's not coaching the Avalanche anymore.
No.
Tier.
Yeah.
Who are the Caps guys who are coaches?
I guess just Oates.
Ruby and Oates?
Just Ruby and Oates now.
Right. Still, I think
it just feels like there's the Caps coaching. I feel like there's Caps coaches everywhere. The outreach. I mean, felt like they were everywhere. I don't know.
They're following you.
It's just a feeling. It's in
Are
here.
you hooked on it?
Yeah.
He's got a feeling tonight's going to be a good night. There's that.
Yeah.
Funny thing about this, about everything that's going on in Philadelphia, this now makes Chip Kelly, who was hired in February, the longest tenured coach in Philadelphia sports.
Oh,
That's
that is
fantastic.
awesome. I mean, it couldn't happen to a better place.
You really couldn't.
Wait, isn't John Bon Jovi still coaching the Philadelphia Soul?
Oh, he
Nope,
just
he sold the team.
Oh,
he
yeah.
He sold it. He sold it to Ron Jaworski.
Oh, God.
Jaws was at the Arena Bowl 75 this past like a couple months ago. I remember watching that game. It was great. Philadelphia, however, lost to Tampa Bay 75-68.
Ooh,
So
that's a tough one.
low-scoring game. Literally, the goalposts are this wide, and if you're not listening, or if you're not watching on YouTube, it's about 6 inches. Not to brag or anything. I'm just saying, ladies. Fun story coming out of Moscow today. You hear about this? You see this? You hear about this?
Too early?
Nah, I didn't, Scott.
Sergei Fedorov.
Apparently, it wasn't too early for Sergei Fedorov night.
No, it wasn't, because the GM of CSKA Moscow, picking it up, and he will be coming out of retirement to play for CSKA.
How many different SKAs are there? Because isn't Kovalchuk playing on a SKA too?
SKA St. Petersburg. Actually, no, I think he's playing for CSKA too.
What is the CSKA? What does it stand for?
Well, I mean, the C note is where you normally start. So C ska, I mean, that's where they start. All of their music starts at C, and then they go from there. I'm guessing. I mean,
Fair, yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I'm guessing.
That's a great guess. I don't think it's true though.
Oh.
I will look it up because the Wikipedia is on fire. Central Sports Club of the Army. So.
Why the Army?
Because it used to be the Red Army. It used to be the government army team. Like how Army.
So there's only one ska then.
Well, there's the Central Sports Club of the Army is CSKA, whereas the Sports Club Army is the ska.
And they play in the same league?
I want to be part of
Ah.
Club Army more. Because that sounds like it's more cool than the Central Sports Club Army.
It does.
Obviously, Central came second.
Well, I feel like the South Central Sports Club Army, though, would be a lot harder team to play against.
The ska?
Yes, the SC Ska.
The soccer club of ska.
So CSKA Moscow started in 1960, whereas SKA St. Petersburg started 1991.
Wow. I feel like
All
ska is. I feel like there should be more ska.
We all do, but let's be honest, it's not the mid-'90s anymore in Mississippi. So, it's funny, all these Russian teams are naming themselves after that because the music just got there.
Huh.
So Money Boston.
Miami Vice #1 new show.
So the Boston's just landed there with,
That's awesome.
Someday I Suppose, which is 91, so you got to figure you do the math, they're about 22 years behind.
I really did like ska. I used to blare ska out of the Green Machine.
Yeah.
Who didn't? Like it was the norm for some people at the St. Joe with the Doc Marten boots and the bomber jackets.
I still have Doc Marten boots, and I have a bomber jacket.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what, Johnny P? If you don't have a Halloween costume, now you do.
Well, I mean, I always do.
Okay, well there you go.
All I have to do is dress up.
Exactly.
They're
Hey,
like, oh, mobster. Yep.
Hey, look, it's little businessman. It's midget. It's a midget businessman, everybody.
Couldn't you be the bull from Raw too? At this point, the little
Oh,
guy.
Jesus Christ, that's hilarious. By the way, that whole gimmick is. I love it. I love it.
I could go as Odd Job.
No.
Yeah. Would you go as Odd Job though, or would you throw your shoe at people?
I don't know. I don't think I would throw my shoe. One year I kind of want to find a white tux or white suit and walk around and just go to play.
Tattoo. I like it. I like it.
Just to see who would get it.
You got to get a really tall guy to be Ricardo Montalban.
Okay, so a guy that's like, I don't know, 5'8".
Yeah.
Okay, Mark. There you go.
So all I would wear is a vest with my chest sticking out of it, right? That's how I'd be Ricardo Montalban.
Wait, what? No, I don't think you're thinking of. No, you wear the same white tuxedo and have a gray fro.
And then I get somebody else to be Captain Kirk, and he just follows me around yelling "Khan."
That'd be great.
I take the last chicken finger off the platter, and just the guy behind me is like "Khan."
And then I'm there behind the table going, "There is movement on the chicken fingers," and
I kill the bottle of vodka. It's just the guys yelling in the background. I change the channel from the television that everybody's watching. I put on my own iPod. God.
Now you just sounded like a redubbed Dennis Leary song.
Now
it's
you're
like,
just a dick.
It's asshole 2013.
It's really asshole Stardate 2321 or whatever
right,
Stardate it was. I don't know.
Stardates are.
That's Star Trek. It's in the
Mumbo
future.
jumbo.
Or supposedly it's in the future. It could be in the past.
It was on the
Johnny, I say if you want to throw a shoe at somebody, beat Mike Milbury.
All right, yeah, definitely.
What you do is start beating people with shoes, and then making terrible trades, like trade your TV for a 6-pack of beer.
I'd definitely do that.
Well, you're your TV, yes.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't?
I'm pretty sure the 6-pack of beer, they'd be like, nah, that's too much. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a trade that gets countered. I think.
I'll give you a I'll give you a $10 gift card to Frank's Den. How's that?
I think I might take that.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Just moving the TV, you'd have to drink 2 beers afterwards because you're so tired from moving the television.
That thing, I carried that thing by myself on more than one occasion.
Look at you.
Yes. It's like a 50-pound TV.
Yeah, no shit. Those tubes aren't light. I got a 32. Like literally, when my 32-inch tube TV broke, I I don't feel like carrying it, so I put it to the side, and it now blocks off the back for the. It blocks off all the hockey balls and basketballs from going back behind the new TV.
Nice.
Smart. That's a very smart way to use a TV.
It's laziness percent, and it also holds up my hockey bag. So
See?
there's that. Good times, great memories.
They are useful for something.
Not much.
I don't even think Goodwill will take TVs anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty certain that they are not allowed to take the tube TVs any longer.
Makes sense. It's not really Goodwill if you're doing that.
Once I actually do buy a real TV, I'm obviously taking it to the dump and lifting it up as high as I can and just throwing it.
No.
I see you throwing out your back on that.
What you need to do is you need to put it out in an open field, invite 2 of your friends, and just go office space on it.
Office space.
Yeah.
Throw it up way up in the air, whatever God wants to keep.
I didn't say invite a priest, a minister, and a rabbi, although if you're friends with them, it could kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Why would a priest, a minister, or a rabbi be killing anything?
It's true.
I don't know.
It's true.
They could kill it. I don't know.
Killing time.
What would you use to destroy a television? I'd probably go golf club to start. It would just be really just satisfying. But the golf club right to the front.
You don't think that you would break the golf club over the TV? I mean, that thing's been around since 1994.
I think I would go straight through the front with like a 4-iron.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting way to take things.
As you all know, I'm a big fan of Peter Gabriel, so I will go with Sledgehammer.
Yeah. And Triple H also.
Well, obviously. King of Kings. It's time to play the game. The game is smashing a TV.
I think I got to go Pitchfork because that's the only thing I have.
Weird. I don't know.
You could have said I would have invited Exhibit, and we could have gotten another TV and smashed that TV with another TV. A bigger TV. That's what I would do.
But why would you do that? Because he would just put the TV inside the TV.
That is true. That's very true. But you would get that big tube out of there at least, so it would be a little bit lighter.
No, we'd film it, and then we'd watch ourselves destroying 2 televisions on your new television.
What, dude?
At that point, though, wouldn't Exhibit just try to keep the case and put a smaller flat screen in the same case?
No, what would happen?
I pimped out your TV.
No. Here's what happens. He gets the tube inside, he makes it spin. And it just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. Even when you stop watching it, it's spinning and spinning.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that I haven't seen a picture yet of an old tube television that some hipster put a 42-inch flat screen in.
I guarantee you it's been done.
Some hipster engineer took the casing from an old school dial television and put a flat screen TV in it.
I'm sure that has been done already.
Probably.
There's no Pinterest for that? I don't know.
There's no Pinterest. What is Pinterest? I never understand Pinterest. I think
it's for weddings and other things that girls like to do.
I hear it's lazy Tumblr.
Lazy Tumblr?
What is it, because you never have to post your own content?
Essentially. Well, boys, I think I found something close to hipster flat screen.
You are on fire tonight with the internet.
I am very on point. There it is. It's flat screen, but it looks like a tube TV in the back. It's got the mounting of a tube TV.
All right. Well done.
Got the speakers in the front. It's all hipstered out.
The only way to make that really, truly hipster is to also break the remote.
And put knobs on it and put the rabbit ears.
Guess what? You have to walk up to the TV if you want to change the channel.
How many hipsters cried when they got rid of the analog signal?
Is this like a tree falls in the forest and no one's type of joke?
No, it's actually my new one-man show. How many hipsters cried when the analog went away? I'm performing it way off Broadway, in my living room to the cat and the dog, and they're disgusted with me.
They love it though.
They're like, "What is this concept? Are we gonna go outside soon?" I don't get this concept.
Every one of your jokes.
The cat just yells at me and scratches me. Not a fan. Dog's just stupid and lays there. 2-drink minimum. He's trying. It's like my mom and dad every time they watch this. He's trying at least.
Oh, wow.
You gotta say, you gotta tell Barbie's trying. He's not doing shit with anything, but he's trying.
Hey.
Yeah. So, Stan, very critical. Very critical man.
No,
I know, it's really weird. You
so
never
supportive.
The Key West story is a great one, and then just grilling, grilling the stork about how her shirt looked like the Jack Daniels bottle, and then going on a 15-minute rant about how he went to a Jack Daniels festival in Houston. Did I tell you that one?
I don't think I heard that story.
Kim, I call Kim, our friend Kim with a Y, the stork. And
I don't think I've ever heard this one.
No, okay, so I think it was Laura wedding weekend when I was down.
Okay.
And she came to the show up when it was still at Sean's place. So she stopped by my house, and then I drove her up because I knew the way. And she got there, and she was wearing a Warrior hockey shirt, and it looked like the Jack Daniels bottle. And she's just hanging out there waiting for me to pack up like my some reference shit and whatever, and like money for what have you. So we're sitting there, and then Stan walks in from work. He's like, Jack Daniels, huh? I went down to Houston one time, and we were at the Astrodome. They had a big barbecue. Everything was cooked with Jack Daniels. We got in for free because I knew a guy. I was down there for a traffic conference. So we're down there, and they're just handing out samples of Jack Daniels, and I'm getting shit-faced as hell. Barb doesn't know. It's boys' weekend out. Why do I need to know? So this goes on for like 15 minutes about how he tried the ribs, the burgers, and he said the steak wasn't as good as the ribs, but the burgers were top-notch with JD. And then Kim goes, "Yeah, this is a hockey company. I don't know what you're talking about."
And she was also like 20 at the time, probably.
2008? Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
That is a good story. I'd never heard that one.
Actually, no. It was Jim Beam, not Jack Daniels, but it was the same story. Jim Beam Fest, and he talks about how he just goes. It was in the Astrodome, and how the Astrodome. He's like, that thing's a piece of shit. It's just had a tarp over it. The AstroTurf's so super. Like honestly, concrete's softer than that shit in there. I couldn't imagine playing ball there. You ever play ball? I played ball for, and it's just kept going on. It's the Stan just continuous storyline, and it's the greatest thing ever. Honestly, like when we do these during the Olympic break, when we do and Mark, I don't think you were here for this.
Mark left.
Yeah, that's true. I have to get my notes out because we got a name for it.
Uh-oh.
During the Olympic break, since there's not going to be much hockey, we have decided to do Face Off Hockey Show 3D.
Ooh.
3D, yes.
The Drunken Draft Diary. So before we come on air, we have to buy alcohol and start drinking, and then we talk about different drafts that we've been to and the stories behind them.
Are you in 3D yet?
I don't think you have the right glasses, do you?
I have 2 glasses on.
Ooh.
It's not working.
So wait, does that mean bifocals go to quadfocals? I don't know how that works. But you know what? We also have to have somehow or another have to convince Stan to actually show up and tell his stories.
He lives right down the street.
I know, but it's convincing him to come out of the house.
Tell him I have PBR.
He doesn't know what that R is. He doesn't know what that R. Arr!
I don't know what that R.
He's like, I don't go any more east than Frank's Den, and you know that, Scott Edward.
Damn it. Well, I'll just do the show from Frank's Den.
There you go.
Why exactly? Why haven't we got on this sooner?
We'll just meet halfway. Well, sit at Frankstead. I can walk over to the liquor store, buy like a 12-pack or a case or something. We'll bring it back.
Get some meat at the delicatessen.
Yeah. I feel like this is a fantastic idea.
I'll drive up for that.
I'll fly in for that. You kidding me? If you can get Stan out of the house to do a podcast when he doesn't know what a podcast is, absolutely I'm in for that.
How great would it be if we just rolled into Frankstead with all the sound equipment and a computer monitor with a camera and be like, hey, is it okay if we do a hockey show from the corner here?
I'd be like, hey there, hon, you here to broadcast the darts there? We got Jimmy John over there. He's got a 3-game win streak there. And you know what? We only do cash here at the bar. I don't know why you got a gift card. It's null and void.
Damn it! Keep my TV away for nothing.
I kind of feel like they have gift cards though. Like I feel like there's somebody.
Yes, but that's for the delicatessen side, so you can get a pound of like imported ham at like 50 cents off.
I mean, not even that, because like the Lansdowne Inn, we go to the Lansdowne Inn a lot, and I got a gift card to the Lansdowne Inn, and it was literally a sheet of paper that had like the Lansdowne Inn like logo on the top of it, and it said this is worth $25 to the Lansdowne Inn, and then somebody signed it.
Didn't we used to get those in elementary school? Like, you did good on this test. Here, you hold on to this. You can get 5 bonus points on your next test.
that was the thing we were talking about with Greg about the pizza points at Pizza Hut, where you read a book and you get a personal pay of pizza.
That was a good segment, by the way. If I didn't tell you guys, I had to listen to make sure that no one cussed. And the ironic part was that the only time there was anyone cussing was when you guys were talking about Disney girls.
Ooh.
That was one of our shining moments of that segment. That's why I liked it so much.
But I sat out back on the deck and smoked a cigar, had a couple beers, listened to you guys talk to Greg. It was a good hour right there. That was fantastic.
And it didn't feel like it either. Like we probably could have gone for another. And that's the funny thing when we get with Greg, it always goes into non sequiturs, and it takes 17 hours.
Yes. And you have to respect at any point when a segment ends, yay tilapia.
Yes. It also ends on a Sean Leahy trying to wake him up joke. Exactly. I understand. And I almost went to the Dana Carvey bit. So there's that.
That was funny.
So yeah, another Stan fantastic model. Honestly, yeah, we have to work this out sometime in the summer. Like honestly, if I decide to come down for Philly for a week and do the draft and then stay home, we do it at my house or my parents' house. Yeah. And we go from there.
We'll just do it. I mean, we can run an extension cord into the backyard. We'll just sit in the backyard in like lawn chairs.
There's a lot of space back there.
Yeah.
Like after they got rid of the pool, I didn't realize how much space that pool took up. Like honestly,
the last time that I was at your house, I believe, well, in the backyard, I believe the pool was still there, and there was like a full size, like party tent.
Yeah, no, and the funny thing is now the pool's gone and it's just a pile of dirt. I'm just like, I want them to retire and give me the house, so I can put a synthetic ice rink back here to trump that Glen Burnie ice rink.
That would be awesome.
Are you kidding me? That'd be fantastic. I have the Winter Classic every year. Speaking of Stan being the crazy man he is, no match for Patrick Waugh. Breaking down the glass partition, trying to get at Bruce Gabby Boudreaux, and because of that, fined $10,000 for trying to fight. Patrick Waugh, crazy bastard or evil genius?
He might be that line, like in between the two, because I feel like he had this like mean streak when he played, but it was only talked about when he was punching Chris Osgood, and like now it's just kind of showing more often. The problem is that I feel like the NHL referees are far less inclined to be intimidated in any way by a coach yelling and screaming that they want penalties and stuff, and they will probably tune him out like 4 games into the season.
Well, they're already 3 games in the season. They're 3-0. Do you
Yeah.
think it's work? Do you think his motivational factors are working?
Well, the team's kind of young, right? Like, I mean, so maybe it takes a guy that's off batshit crazy to come in and like get them to do things. Who knows if they can keep this streak though?
Would be interesting, considering who they have there. Mark, your thoughts on Patrick Wild's craziness?
I'd like to see him take on a good fighter though, like Scott Stevens or something.
Well, that's why Philly got Craig Berube.
Yeah, see?
I kind of like this side of Patrick Waugh. He always used to have it verbally. He never had the Hextall slashing people across the back of the knee type anger. But he got into it with Patrick Roenick, with Jeremy Roenick. I got Patrick Waugh in my head. I got Ron Hextall going on. So
you're getting text. It's great.
Yeah, it's all switched around. But this is good. This is good. I think people in Colorado are going to like this.
All right. Well, thought there was more to that thought, and you just
No.
interrupted.
People in Colorado are going to like this tenure of Patrick Waugh.
And it just stops.
And it's just done. All right.
And
Which
then
team?
you drop that beat.
It's acoustic. It's acoustic dubstep. Johnny, that's your next concept album, acoustic
All right.
dubstep.
Nice.
Get on it. Colorado, Toronto, Tampa Bay, all tops in all at the top of their divisions or close to it. Who can sustain their pace?
What?
Okay. Colorado, Toronto, Tampa Bay. Of those three teams, who is more likely to sustain the pace that they're on?
Colorado. I think they have a better team than last year reflected. I think Colorado's got a good. I mean, they're probably a couple D-men away from being like a legitimate Stanley Cup team, but I think they've got the offense. And if Varlamov is on, you've seen. Everyone's seen how good he can be if he's on. So if he's on for the year, maybe getting Patrick Waugh behind the bench might actually help him. I don't know. I think Colorado's going to stick around.
Johnny?
I'm going Toronto. I think that they've played well to start the season, and they don't even have Clarkson right now because he's a moron.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? I feel like some people have stepped up. They signed Franson and got him back into the lineup. Toot sweet.
That's true.
So, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Toronto. I feel like if Reimer falters at all, that Bernier may be ready to play, or if Reimer gets hurt at all.
Well, that's already a controversy now. That goaltending controversy. We're 4 games in, and that's already a big topic of
I don't
debate.
even know who Colorado's backup is.
You
It's
want to know?
Giguère. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Big
Oh,
winner.
wow.
Bingo has been called. Yep, Giguère, and then Sammy Algo is their third stringer.
Nice.
I am going to go ahead and make this a 3 for 3 on different answers. I like how Tampa Bay's playing. I really like the setup of Tampa Bay, considering the fact that Jonathan Drouin, who was slated to be a first-line winger, is now back in juniors. Speaks a little bit to their death, and Alex Killorn has been playing really well. Scored the overtime winner in the game against the Sabres the other night. Ben Bishop has just played pretty phenomenal for a man of his 6'7" stature, playing bigger than his size. And I really like how Victor Hedman's been taking over the role there, and also you can't discount Radko Guzda, a man whose beard is as epic as he is, as his name. He's been playing really well, and he played very superbly for the AHL teams that they had in Syracuse, and he was very vital in the Norfolk Calder Cup a couple years ago. So I like how Tampa Bay is going. I think behind the bench there, John Cooper knows what he's doing. He's the first. He was brought up. They fired male Tina Fey for a reason, and John Cooper is the man. Bond villain for a reason, and hanging with Mr. Cooper has to be the tagline for this season. And if it's not used, I will use that. and bring Mark Curry back and have him play John Cooper in the movie version of this.
Was Tyler Perry going to be directing?
It's
Or you-
obviously Tyler Perry Presents, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, the Tampa Bay Lightning story, a Tyler Perry joint. Tyler Perry will play the role of Steve Stamkos too. Just
That sounds about right.
Just throwing that out there. Who's the next coach to be fired? Big question. I know we're setting the bar early because it only took 3 games for Mr. Lavalette to go ahead and get his ass canned.
I'm going to say whoever Carolina's coach is right now.
That would be Kurt Muller.
Yes, Kurt. He's been there too long. He needs to go.
He's been there for like a year and a half.
Well, it's too long. What's coming back?
God, that'd be great.
Andy Reid.
Andy
do
Reid's gonna
anything.
get fired? It's 5-0.
Andy Reid could do anything.
Andy Reid.
It's 5-0. Let him be.
That big laminated thing that he has in front of him, it has nothing to do with football. It's like a Friday's menu.
It really is. It honestly is a buffet menu, and he's just looking off it, and it's laminated because that's how diners work. It's a double. It's a double T. He went to Double T, or the Double T equivalent in the Kansas City area. Actually, it probably is a rib place. It's probably a
definitely
rib place.
Yeah.
Some kind of barbecue place. I'm gonna go with Minnesota's coach, Mike Yo.
Yo.
No wins. The only winless team in the NHL, aside from Buffalo. But they don't really count.
Could they fire Lindy Ruff again?
He's sitting there in Dallas going, "What the hell? How'd this happen? I'm not even here anymore." But I like that the Flyers got this done quick and dirty.
Well, the writing was on the wall from last season, right? Like, I mean,
why even bring him back?
He should have really not even been coaching this year.
All right, with a full off season, why would you even bother letting him go through the process of preparing for the season? Like, if the leash was going to be this short, why bother? You're right. Like, they just went through an entire off season where a new coach could have, been training the players, their system, could have went out and gotten free agents that fit his system. But no, Laviolette, if they were only going to give him 3 games to prove that his system was going to work, they pretty much just screwed themselves for the season.
Yeah.
Shocking. They didn't. I think they did that when they said, "You know what? Steve Mason's our guy." I really have faith.
They have such a vaulted goaltender tandem.
Yeah. Ray Emery went 17-1 last year, and he couldn't beat out Steve Mason in his left-handed weakness.
He's the Great White Hope.
He is. He's the next Rick DiPietro. That's for sure. Oh no, wait. Steve Mason's won awards. I apologize.
Oh. I still have that Rick DiPietro die-cut rookie card that we got from the draft, though.
The crown cut one?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the best. That was the Sedins one too. They had both Sedins. It's great.
I think I have the whole set.
There's only like.
I think they should be worth something, to be honest.
No.
They're probably not, though. But
the card market has gone so far downhill that it's not good. It's not fun anymore.
It's not fun for the kids.
Not fun for the kids. I remember when I used to want to go into Lucky Superette and buy Collector's Choice baseball cards for 99 cents a pack.
This is sort of a topic that just came to my head just now. Do you think the advent of fantasy sports is killing the collectible trading card market?
Ooh.
Because think about it. Like, when we were kids, the only way to interact, quote unquote, with your favorite people that you see on television was by getting a card in your hand, reading stats, reading fun facts, and collecting them. When now all you need to do is log onto your computer and draft them onto your fantasy team, and you get exactly the same thing.
Couldn't you also say that video games play into that?
I was just about to say that too, yeah.
So fantasy sports and but fantasy sports are completely free. Like, video games, you have to have a system, and most kids do these days, and you have to go buy the game every year. But with fantasy sports, even a rookie, you could go out and you could, essentially, you could have that feeling of owning that player.
Okay.
on free fantasy sports.
That's true. Very true.
I get what you're saying. I think that's a tough one. I think with technology killed the card industry. Because yeah, I mean, like you said, you could trade cards and swap them in this, and yeah, with everything going on, you can actually the fact that you can actually go to Yahoo quickly and get stats. Like what did Mike Camilleri do back in 2003? And you look up the stats in Google automatically, and it's right there. So yeah, the virtual baseball card. I would say fantasy does absolutely have a little bit to play in it, but it's not as if there was no fantasy sports, I don't think if you owned a Adrian Peterson rookie card, you're going to be tweeting him. All things being even, aside from fantasy football, you're not going to say, "Dude, why? I got your card. Why are you not living up to expectation?" I think there's a more ownership value when you play fantasy sports rather than having cards. But that's actually a really good point of order.
I do agree with that, and I also think that video games being as prevalent as they are right now is another reason. Because, and I say that because you used to collect like sets of baseball cards so that you had like an entire team basically, and you knew like all the players on the team and this, that, and the other thing. And now it's like you can just play a video game and you know the third and fourth liners on some AHL team because you're playing with them in the be a pro mode or whatever on NHL 14. You know, like I feel like you know a lot more players because of a video game.
I think people want to adapt to learn more players too. I mean, you look at all the people who have AHL blog or even NHL blogs, and they do the prospect reports and they look at their farm teams. I mean, there's a lot of people who have somewhat vested interest and just do it for, I guess, a recreational hobby if they're not getting paid as bloggers. And they still know depth players on their AHL team and who's coming up through the ECHL and what junior prospects they have and college prospects. I think it's just the need for knowledge is a lot more prevalent now than it was a few years ago, because, or like a decade or two ago, because of the fact that even then you just had rotisserie leagues that you used to play in your basement with your friends. It was like Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing. Like that's what Todd Butts still plays. Radio's Todd Butts.
Yeah, but that's just by himself.
And well, that's true. Well, no, remember that like 18-hour draft we had in the garage? Jesus Christ! The only good thing is we went to like Three Brothers afterwards in the College Park area, whatever that mall was.
We probably got shrimp parmesan.
Yeah, most likely actually. Actually, I probably just got a pizza, something lame like that.
A boat.
Yeah. By the way, who is fucking pissed off that week 1 is like 2 weeks for fantasy hockey this year?
You know what? You know what's funny? Okay, so I looked at it and I'm like, oh well, that's weird. It's still going. Like maybe it's a full 2 week thing. And Phil is angry about this because like he worked all week and he was leading like goals by like 1. And he got like a 1 short-handed point, and he was leading like all these categories, and he brought it back so that it was like close. And I told him that it's gonna last another week. He's like, "Oh, I'm screwed." There it goes.
Staying with our British contingency, I am going
this
to.
is crazy.
Yeah, Anthony, our boy Anthony Russell's banners on the wall. Go check them out. Is it bannersonthewall.blogspot.com? I'll check that out in a second.
I believe so.
Okay, well, I'll get the right one here in a second. But anyway, he talks to us. He sent us something in about Derek Campbell of the Dundee Stars. Wait, no, of the Hull Stingrays. They're playing the Dundee Stars in British League action. Derek Campbell, he tells me that was once banned for accidentally biting a linesman.
Accidentally.
I've seen that in the WWE before.
Exactly. But the problem is the linesman had his back turned, so he didn't know who it was. So home and home, second game of a home and home. Campbell for the Stingrays playing Dundee. They get into a little fracas, and apparently it went a little too far. As
how far? Oh, sorry.
Apparently Campbell went into a quite the tirade. And he was here's the suspension. He was suspended for fight. He was given a match penalty, which is automatic review, and then he is escorted off the ice. And when he gets off the ice, apparently he goes to the locker room, gets his top gear off, and maybe his skates, and then goes into the crowd and starts either grabbing or pushing around a fan, I think of his own team.
Okay.
And starts shaking him around, and then had to be restrained from other guys who got thrown out on the same team. He was released by the Stingrays not that far after, and then the English League gave him a 47 game suspension. Here's the breakdown of it all. Excessive force to the head resulting in an impact to the ice is 10 games. Knee to the head, 10 games.
Wow.
Attempted eye gouge, 12 games.
Ooh.
And then fighting off the ice, 15 games.
Wow. I'm actually
15
surprised you didn't
games.
get any extra time for the Ric Flair chop.
Woo!
I, for one, that's actually just, a warning from the ref.
I like the attempted eye gouge, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, attempted eye gouge.
Yeah, how can you verify that you were attempting to eye gouge someone?
Because I think they all wear visors, so trying to get under the visors.
I see.
That's what happens all the time.
The funny thing is that Campbell was the leading scorer of the team.
Did you also see the Australian tie-in to this? Apparently, this same guy started a fight in a parking lot after a game
Oh, that's tremendous.
at some point when he was playing in Australia.
That's great.
Yeah.
Trying to
So
find it.
that's amazing, though. I fully appreciate, though, that they broke down how many games he got for each offense that he did.
You kind of have to at that point, right?
Can't you? I mean, I kind of feel like at some point, you're just like, yeah, he's never gonna play here again.
I like the fact that he's a release and he's immediately off the stat sheet. And no one. Oh, here he is. He had 4 goals and 10 points in 8 games.
Wow.
Prior. Not the leading scorer anymore.
So that he did far worse than Theo Fleury did. I mean, Theo just went on a rampage and
Yeah, and he hit the mascot. It's not even a real person.
yeah. I mean, look at all that padding he's got on.
Right. And everybody thought it was staged.
Exactly. So there
It
you
was
go.
the inflatable donkey that put him over the edge, though.
So there's that. That is a pretty horrific scene. Almost as bad as what the Edmonton Oilers are doing. Man alive, are they bad? I don't care if they're a young team. I don't care if Dallas Aiken is a young coach trying to breed a young team. Devin Dubnyk is terrible. He is just flat out awful. And Jason LaBarbera is not that much better. I don't know. Maybe
Who has a worse goalie tandem, Calgary or Edmonton?
I say Edmonton for the fact that Devin Dubnyk's been in the system for 7 years and still hasn't figured it out yet. At least Joey McDonald and Kari Ramo have points to their name. Literally, the Edmonton Oilers were almost 0-4 if they didn't come back the other night against the Devils. Flames won, I think 1-0-2 or something like that. So they've got points in every game.
Look at them.
Look at them going. Edmonton Oilers last place in the West. There you go. Booyah. Flames playoff team. What?
Yes.
Actually, you know what? The funny thing is that they only have one. They have points, but they only have 1 win. So, remembering. Johnny, we never got your over/under on this shit.
Oh, for what? Well, apparently I don't even know what it is, so that's good.
Yeah, we all picked over/under for the Flames wins for the season. The set was 25.5.
Okay.
Over/under 25.5 wins for the Flames this year.
I'm gonna go under.
Under. You have a definite total that you think you have in your head?
I'm gonna say 22.
22. All right, so all of us are under except Lyle. Lyle had 27 wins. Mark had 23. John has 22. I had 19.
Wow.
I said there's no way they're getting more than 19 wins this year.
What is? I mean, it's not. That's good that it's not near the record. What was the Caps record that one year? Like they were
8.
like 5 or 8.
Yeah, it was 8. 864 and something.
And something.
And something.
They were definitely at something. That year.
Yeah. I want to say 864 and 8. I don't know. Give me 2 seconds. Give me one reason to stay here.
Wow, that is old.
Yeah, no, it was brought up today. I heard it for some reason.
Oh.
Is that Tracy Chapman?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that song and Fast Car.
It was between her and Desiree, but Desiree was I Wanna Be.
I wanna be bad, I wanna be bad, I wanna be bad.
That's right. That's the one.
867 and 5 for the Caps their first year.
Oh.
Hey.
21 points, 181 goals for, 446 against.
Jesus. That's terrible. It's like John Swatala in that.
Take that, furloughed.
Furloughed.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you go to a furry convention.
Hello.
Oh. Now that would be something funny to put on Twitter, because people eat that one up.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
I should have made it a couple weeks ago when it was actually relevant. But hey, here we are.
Still is. Now. People are still whining about it, right?
I don't know. Twitter whines about everything. Oh, the Redskins name. There's too much fighting in hockey. Let's talk about our feels. I don't know why I went to Teen Girl Squad there for a second.
Oh man, 2 hours without Lyle is tough.
Lace, hey, we're 90 in. We can do this last 30.
Yeah.
How are we
can
gonna
do this last 30? God damn it!
What are we gonna do?
Thomas Hurdle. You like the fourth? You like that fourth goal he had between the legs? Top shelf over Marty Biron.
I liked it back when it was Marek Malik.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, why would you like it? The Caps lost that game.
That goal was ridiculous because it was like everybody just wanted to see the shootout end. It was like 13 shooters in or something like that. And it was a defenseman that I think only scored like 3 goals his entire career. It was fantastic.
It's good times. Good times to be Marek Malik.
And then he celebrated like he was like, yeah, I knew I was going to do that.
What up? And just cruising towards center ice.
Ole Colsey had no idea what happened.
Nope.
He's still wondering about why he wore that. He's wondering why he had a stash in his draft picture.
See, I was gonna go. He was still putting mustard on the hot dog.
Ah, that was a good one too. Another great iconic card.
Speaking of cards, yeah.
Yeah, you don't get any of those good pictures anymore. You don't get a picture that gets posted online for 5 minutes that says "fuckface" on the bottom of a bat and then gets retracted and it's not worth any money.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like the picture taking is a lot better too on cards nowadays.
Well, you can just airbrush things out.
Yeah, it's so much technology is so much better.
You know,
Although you have
what
to
was
say,
that, what was it, Joe's Sports Card or whatever?
Joe Sports Fan.
Yes, that was a great website. I might go check that out again.
There's also a Tumblr where a guy, I think it's called the Baseball Card Bandits, and they scratch out things and they just make little art on the old timey 1970s pictures, and it's really pretty damn awesome. I'll have to send you a link to that.
Nice.
Joe Sports Fan's good. They talked to Billy Ripken about that card not too long ago.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Was there a reason why he had that written on the bottom of his bat?
I will find it right now because he did have a reason for it.
Was it more than just a dare?
No, he was drunk.
That
That was how he knew not to use bats during the game.
Oh, I think you're right. I think that's what it was. What it was. He wrote that on the bottom of his batting practice bats. I do remember that interview now. And then somebody handed him that bat by accident.
And now Scotty's gonna find it. It's gonna be a completely different story.
Nope, that's what it is.
The bat was too heavy, and he used them only for batting practice. So when they wanted him to do a picture, he just grabbed the bat and had it on the bottom of it. He said, "What did he say? Now I had to write something on the bat at Memorial Stadium. The bat room was not too close to the clubhouse, so if I wanted to write something that I could find immediately if I looked it up, it was 4:44, and I had to get out there on the field a minute later and not be late. There's big 5 grocery carts full of bats in there, and if I wrote number 3, it could be too confusing, so I wrote fuckface on it.
Makes total sense.
It does, actually. Now that you hear the story, it makes complete sense.
What else would you rate on it?
I fully respect the, like... See, and that's another thing, too. Like, nowadays, they would have just photoshopped it out, and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But, like, back then, they had the different versions of it, that one had, like, the black box over it, and then one had it, like, crossed out, and one had it, like, the white box over it, and it was, like, so hard
Well, you would have just looked at your camera, and you'd been like, hey, your bat says fuckface on it. Can we take that again?
I know. Well, why didn't the guy who was taking the picture didn't realize that?
That's true. Hey, Billy, yeah, you need to come back.
Here's the thing.
It's fantastic.
I almost wish I had one.
Hold on a second.
Whoa.
That interview that I just told you was from 2008. Jesse Spector, former NHL correspondent for Sporting News, now on the Major League Baseball beat, talked to Bill Ripken. Here it says this. When asked what happened to the bat, Ripken said, "I have no idea. It was certainly an accident. Never got in the picture. It was heavy. That bat could be not used in the game. Why that phrase ever got on there, I can't tell you why." As far as he just said like 5 years ago, he said how he got on there.
Changing his story.
Oh shit.
Billy Ripken, though, he doesn't remember what he said 5 years ago.
There also is a Tumblr. There's a Tumblr blog that has fuckface written on like a bunch of other things, like the Mona Lisa. Like they took from the bottom of the bat and like superimposed it and photoshopped it onto other things. It's pretty funny. Check it out.
Oh, Bill Ripken.
You were only
ever
for everything.
Tumblr's the best. And the worst at times. It's the best at times. It is literally a Dickens novel. Wait, he didn't write the best of times, worst times. It was Shakespeare. Yeah, whatever.
What? It was a tale of two cities.
Listen. Point is this. to quote a great man, Kim Jong-un. On to the next one. I don't know what that means. By the way, is it just me, or are the Rangers looking like shit already?
I think it's awesome.
Apparently, Brad Richards is looking great, though.
Yeah, some people. He's always looked great. That's why he was in the ESPN Body issue a couple years back. But you know, Henrik Lundqvist is in a contract year, not looking too sharp. He's a sharp dresser, but it's all nice play.
At some point, he ceases to be Henrik Lundqvist, like the super goalie. He's been around for 10 years now.
What?
Ish.
No.
Like, at some point, he's not going to be, like, the great goaltender that everybody thinks he is. He's, like, 32, 33 years old, isn't he?
No. No, he's younger than us.
Bullshit.
Oh, Mark called bullshit on that.
Mark's calling bullshit. Look at this.
I'll look it up.
What's the over-under on Henrik Lundqvist's age?
Like I said, he's a year older than us. 31. Mark's calling bullshit on that. I'm like, no, he's got to be older than us. He was drafted earlier.
Yeah.
All right.
Silly. You're silly.
Scotty wins again.
Crazy. I can't believe how wrong I was on that.
I know. Okay, how dare you?
Silly me. I bet he turns 30.
He's only 27.
Does he turn 32 before the end of the year?
March 2nd.
Okay, so he turned 31 this year, so he's only a year older than us.
Like I said.
But still, I mean, we'd be considered old athletes right now. So when does his why does he get a pass? Like he's been good, but like the conversation hasn't even started yet that Henrik Lundqvist might be reaching, like, he's been past his prime and like entering the tail stages of his career. Like that topic hasn't even been brought up yet.
I've already called him I've called him the Dan Marino of the NHL.
So he's going to be in an Ace Ventura movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be selling isotoner gloves in Sweden soon.
Nice.
Fun fact.
Sweden would definitely be a place that you could use an isotoner glove to
yeah,
draw.
at least one pair.
Yeah.
Maybe 7. By the way, he is only, if I can do my math properly, 23 wins away from 300.
Wow.
He's got 277 in 514 games.
I bet there have been some pretty crappy goalies that have gotten 300 wins, though.
Let's find out, Mark. Shall we?
You like how I did that?
I know Chris Osgood got there.
Oh, you are so good at the segue right now.
I know. It's like he's got two wheels on him. All right. Thomas Vokoun's in the 300 club. Starting from 28, going to the top. Thomas Vokoun, Mike Richter, Turk Broda, Ole Kolzig,
Broda.
Yeah. 302 for his career. Ole Kolzig, Billy Smith, Mika Kiprusoff, Sean Burke, Harry Lumley, Nikolai Hovey-Bowling, Gump Worsley,
Gump Worsley? What?
Yeah. What? 335. Come on.
I'm just whatting the names.
Oh. Roberto Luongo, Rogie Vachon, Tom Barrasso, Andy Moe, John Van Beesbrook, Mike Vernon, Dominic Hasek, Chris Osgood, 401 wins.
Wow.
Part of the 400 club.
Yeah, he's the last person in the 400 club. Grant Fuhr, Glenn Hall, Tony Esposito, Jacques Plante, Terry Salchuk, Curtis Joseph, Ed Belfour, Patrick Roy, and Marty Brodeur.
Do you think people are embarrassed? Yeah, it's a pretty good list. You think people are embarrassed to be in the 40-40 club with Jose Canseco? Or is he the only one in the 40-40 club?
If you go with Hove by your side, man, you got a nice little Chris Button. Oh wait, you meant you actually meant the 40-40.
I don't know. Is there anyone else in the 40-40 club?
Well, let's find out, Mark.
I'm good.
40-40 club is a chain of sports. Oh wait, no,
Barry
sorry.
Bonds was in the 40-40 club.
No, because by the time he was hitting 40 home runs, he couldn't steal bases.
There are 4 people in the 40-40 club. Canseco is one of them. Can you name the 3 others?
Alfonso Soriano.
That is correct.
Ooh.
Suzuki Ichiro.
No.
Damn.
He never hit 40 home runs.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I should have known better. John, you choose one.
I don't know anymore.
Brady Anderson.
No.
Damn it.
I
He didn't steal 40 bases that year. He hit like 53 home runs.
No, he couldn't run. He was hitting home runs all the time.
I still want to go Barry Bonds.
There's a winner.
Oh.
One more.
All right.
Barry Bonds did it in '96 before he got roided
Yeah,
out.
before he got roids. Alex Rodriguez.
Big winner, Johnny P.
He used to steal bases early in his career.
98 with the Mariners, 42 home runs, 46 stolen bases.
Wow.
Impressive. John got 3. I only got 1.
And you got the most obscure one, too. I think I
there's no way I would have found Soriano out of that group, though.
did that with the Nats, 2006.
Just like Alfonso.
Yeah, it is. It's so Alfonso.
He's so Soriano.
He's sorry.
By the way, what the hell's happening in the Pirates game?
I cannot stand Pirates fans right now.
Why?
I only know one, and he's an asshole.
Oh, okay.
They're losing two. They're losing 2-0. But you know the problem? Cardinals fans aren't any better. Cardinal fans are
at least Sean isn't being a jerk about it.
That's because we haven't talked to him in months.
That's true.
Leahy, he's a Yankees fan.
No, Sean O.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's a Cardinals fan.
Yeah, Ozzie Smith.
I know.
Remember?
Yeah, big Ozzie Smith, second best shortstop ever.
Yeah, second best shortstop in the history of the league.
That's true.
Technically.
Statistically. It's fact.
Fact. You cannot dispute fact.
Do you think Cal Ripken's fielding percentage is higher, or Ozzie Smith's fielding percentage is higher?
Hey, let's no. That's a really good fucking question. Actually, now that's gonna bug me the entire night if I don't figure it out.
Because we all know that Cal Ripken was the better hitting of the two, for sure. There's not even a chance.
Cal Ripken.
Oh, I don't know. I think they're pretty average-wise. I think they would be pretty close.
What, for batting?
Yeah.
Or fielding percent? No way. Cal Ripken hit way more home runs than Ozzie Smith.
I think, but for average.
But for average,
well, you know, who cares about average? The only thing you care about is the long ball.
Chicks dig it.
Chicks dig the long ball, brah. All right, Cal Ripken, 276 batting average, 262 for Guillaume. Yeah, Ripken
Not Ozzie
statistics.
Ian.
Oh, what?
Ozzie Smith.
I know Ozzie Smith. That's what I meant.
You just
Ozzie Ian totally leads the league in racist comments, though.
Against his own people.
I hope we can put this into the Hockley magazine next time.
Hockley talking about baseball? All right, so remember this number. Ozzie Smith fielding percentage, 978.
978 is pretty good.
That's pretty high.
It's pretty high.
I might have been wrong.
You might have been. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see Cal Ripken fielding. Come on. Let's go. What's your all-time fielding percentage, you prick? What? 966.
Oh, Ozzie Smith, a better fielding shortstop than Cal Ripken.
Yeah.
That's a shame. How many dingers did Ozzie Smith hit? Probably 10, 15.
If that.
First career.
But you're right, Cal Ripken can't do a backflip, though.
Oh. But Cal played in more games. Maybe the backflip hurt Ozzie Smith.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Could have been also that AstroTurf in Busch Stadium.
And all the drinking.
Yeah, that too. Do you want to guess on home runs for Ozzie Smith in a 19-year career?
I think it's well under 100. Probably under 50. I'm gonna go over
going 19.
I'm gonna go 25 over the course of a 18-year career.
19-year.
19. Okay, fine. That doesn't change anything.
Johnny,
did you just Prices Right me?
Yeah, I'm going 26 after that extra year.
Guess what? What'd you say, Mark?
25.
Johnny's the big winner, 28.
Ah! So close.
Yeah.
Good times.
But honestly, I think back to Henrik Lundqvist and how overrated he is.
How did we get off on this tangent again? I forget.
I don't know. We were checking 300 winning goalies. That's what.
That's
happened.
right.
Yeah, and then we got on the 40-40.
40-40 club and talk about Hove. Throw it up. But yeah, I mean, I think Lundqvist will be regarded as a solid goaltender, a goaltender who helped carry his team to multiple playoffs and multiple wins, but never winning the big game. Hence the Dan Marino tag.
Mm-hmm.
Will he be known more for playing for Sweden than the Rangers, though?
Not here. No.
Yeah, not. If you look over the broad scope, I still think he'll be more remembered for the Rangers because it's a New York market and because of the fact that he's usually in the playoffs and because he plays so much in the regular season, he doesn't play for World Championships, which means a lot more to the European player. I mean, he plays Olympics, sure.
Yeah.
But he rarely plays the World Championship, which is a big deal in Sweden every year. So I think he'll be more remembered as a Rangers goalie through and through.
Okay.
Agreed. I don't think that too many people in the States really care too much about international hockey. A lot of Russians probably care about the Russians winning a gold medal more than say Ovechkin winning a Stanley Cup. But as someone that lives in the States, you care more about the Washington. You would care more about, especially I'll take Canada. You would care more about Canada winning a gold medal than you would about the Canadians winning a Stanley Cup, probably.
Well, yes, I agree with that. But if you took somebody that didn't know hockey and you said, how many people watch the Olympics and don't realize, unless Doc Emmerich tells them that Henrik Lundqvist is the starting goalie for the New York Rangers and they're just like hockey and they watch it during the Olympics and that's it. Like a World Cup.
I think people would know.
Watch the World Cup and be like, oh, yeah, Andreas Pirlo, he plays for Juventus. I don't know. Maybe
that's an interesting way to go about it. That's something I hadn't thought of either. If you're going for the recreational fan, then But you'd have to think they'd be inundated because the Rangers play so much on TV. They'd be a little bit inundated with who Henrik
Plus,
Lundqvist
you also
is.
have the NBC effect where, like, during every single hockey game, they tell you which team these guys play for.
Yeah, and then the junior club, whether they're Voltron or Power Rangers,
Yeah.
or they play junior or college.
So, yeah, I think you guys are right. I just wanted to have an opinion.
No, that's a good. I
But-
mean, I can totally see where you're coming from too.
Like
Because-
as a Minnesota Wild fan, if someone living in Minnesota probably cares more about Ryan Suter winning a Stanley Cup than they do about Ryan Suter winning a gold medal. Like I think that's if there's the distinction like between what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah, no, there's a national pride and there's a team pride.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that one bit.
I mean, I guess because we watch so much hockey, we don't really remember like who was on the Salt Lake City USA team or something.
Mike Richter, Chris Chelios, Tony Amante, Johnny Moronic, these guys.
Yeah.
Guys of that ilk. Darian Hatcher, I think, was on there too.
I think he was actually.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Scotty does, because Scotty follows hockey a lot more than I do. I just watch the DVR and Caps games during soccer season, and then I fake the fact that I can talk about it for 2 hours on a show. And I think Nick Backstrom is an awesome Swede.
Well, he got a baby now. He got baby mama drama.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he had a kid.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Oh,
Oh,
we're burying the lead with the Caps. Brol Ward. Did you hear this story?
Fantastic.
Did you hear this story out of Dallas, kids?
is this locked in a stall part 2?
He was being poor man's R. Kelly, just trapped in a stall.
Yes. Okay.
And he was on a Toronto radio station, I think Fan 590, and I listened to a couple of their podcasts. So he was on the Fan 590 talking about how he couldn't get out. It was one of the automatic flushes. So every time he would try to get up and try to peer out to see if he can get out, it kept flushing. And then he said John Carlson was sitting in there with him and singing songs with him for 40 minutes.
How do you get trapped in a stall?
He said that when he went after breakfast, he felt the breakfastness coming out of him. And he locked the door, but when he tried to unlock it, it didn't catch. So when he locked it, he went overboard, and then it couldn't catch the lock back again.
Door.
He broke the door.
But did he just not want to go underneath of it because of hygiene?
How do you get a guy that big to slide underneath of the hole? I mean, I could do it easy, but I don't know if Joel Ward can slide between the bottom of a stall door and the floor.
And let's be honest, that's an Omni hotel. You could probably eat off those bathroom floors. It's a high class.
Well,
Come
if
on.
he was going to be in there any longer, they were going to have to.
Exactly. Had to have like a team lunch in there.
I fully respected the picture of John Carlson bear hugging Joel Ward after they got him out of the stall, though.
Yeah. Like the fact that they pulled him out over that way. Locksmith didn't know what the hell to do. I don't know. Just call the fire department. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, that was a great story, though.
That was a fantastic breaks on Sunday or Saturday morning. Like, what the hell? Trapped in there. Well, oh, he's taking pictures, not helping. What a guy! What a guy he is. Just not helping anything. He's just going ahead. Hey,
Locked in bathroom, lol, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face.
Exactly.
Ha 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 ha.
85 close parentheses. It's all right. We get it. Ovi, you're happy.
How did you use 240 characters?
Why is this twit longer? I don't understand. Why do I have to go to a different page to read the rest of this? Oh, that's right. More close
Just
parentheses.
exclamation points, though.
Exactly.
Yes.
And something in Russian. I don't understand.
Now, see, I did have a talk with Phil about how Ovi seems like an awesome person who just happens to be really good at hockey. And he's like, yeah, so I make a shitload of money, but I still like having fun and being who I am and flying to Greece 2 days before the opening day so that I could run through Greece while everyone else is wearing like shorts and a t-shirt in this like full gear jacket hat and like ham it all up with people and put out tweets that say that it's so sick.
Apparently, the torch during the torch run has gone out 4 times.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I thought that was like ceremony that you weren't supposed to. And who's gonna light the final torch? Is it gonna be Vladimir Putin? That's gonna be like the guy that lights the final torch?
Yeah.
You think he's gonna let anybody else do that?
I hate to be that guy. I don't like spoilers. This just came in from the Russian government. Apparently, Comrade Lenin will be raised from the dead and allowed to light the Olympic flame. And I think that's a real big shock or real big spoiler. Let's not get that out. Let's try not to get that out there.
That's probably why it keeps going out.
Yeah. Lenin, Khrushchev was like, I'm pissed off at this. Come on. Really? I'm not lighting it? You're going to let this stiff Lenin light it? Come on.
Mussolini's pissed that he didn't get to light it in Turin.
Well, yeah, but you know. The problem with Turin, I mean.
So while they're running with the torch, or first of all, how do you get the torch over water? Like, do you just hop on a boat? Do you like can you put fire in a plane?
Ooh,
I guess
no. If you can't smoke in a plane, you can't fucking have an Olympic torch.
So I'm guessing you can't take the fire in the plane.
No. What happened? What happened is this. I know the inside story. So
okay. Awesome.
Here's what happens, because obviously
inside stories tonight.
Yeah, what can I say? I try not to brag too much. This is what happens. Obviously, when they have them in Europe and Asia and Africa, it's easier to get to because they're all landlocked. But you have, if it's ever in North America or in South America, it's actually, because of that water, it provides difficulty. You can't go in a plane. Boats a little bit too much because you have all that winds. Rumor has it, Athens, Greece, actually went ahead and somehow, under darkness of night, much like the eternal flame there at the JFK Memorial or whatever it is.
Eternal.
What happened is under a dead of night in a private aircraft, they actually had the fire and brought it over to a remote location in Athens, Georgia. So when it's held in the Americas, they can say they're going to Athens to light the torch, but it's actually Athens, Georgia.
And it's just a bunch of people that look Greek.
A little bit, a couple guys that look Greek, and it's actually in a Greek restaurant.
Oh,
okay. Double T?
Yeah, it's the double T. There's a double T down there, and you can light the flame and get a souvlaki all at the same time. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing that they did. So
you know what's funny? You know how funny it would be if that was actually like the truth, like how that really would actually work.
Oh God, that'd be great. Honestly, I at that point I'd be shocked. I'd be like, really? And then oh no, I knew the whole time.
They just have a place that kind of looks like Athens, like the first grounds of the Olympics.
Northwest Baltimore.
Yeah, obviously. True.
Just hanging out there, these things happen.
I did like how the torch is lit by using the sun. That's nice.
And a magnifying glass.
Burning ants.
Obviously, yeah, definitely. You catch the sun's rays and it lights. I mean, it's like magic. And do they carry Bic lighters in case it goes out?
I think Zippo's the official.
Zippo is a sponsor.
Supplier. Apparently, one guy had a lit cigarette and used that to relight the torch.
Oh, that's good.
That's awesome. Russia.
Yeah, we're gonna Russia, man.
Why would there be a Russian with a lit cigarette?
They know what's up.
In Soviet Russia, cigarette lights you.
Oh.
Exactly. They're playing for CSKA. It's really weird. It's a really odd dynamic they have over there in Russia. I'm not one to argue. God bless them. They're gonna have Winter Olympics at a summer resort. I don't understand. There's palm trees, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, and also fun fact, since it's on the Georgian border, all the shows for the Olympics are starting at 5 after the hour.
Oh, hello, Ted Turner. It's a TBS joke.
I got myself on that one.
That's good.
Sometimes I crack myself up, and I know the joke's coming. And it just happens.
You gotta leave time for commercials.
5 past the. I never understood why they did the 5 past the hour.
So you could stagger the commercial breaks, because when other shows are on a commercial break, you'd flip to TBS and then
Do they
you'd
still
be
do
watching.
that?
No.
Oh.
Because with DVRs, it doesn't matter anymore.
Sure. You flip through the commercials. If you got the hopper, you flip through the commercials. It's great.
Yeah. Peter Griffin.
So yeah, there's that. Georgia's on my mind. Wonder if that's the national anthem
Of Georgia? Yeah, I'm sure.
And I wonder if Georgia was found under Georgianese. Georgianese? I wonder if people from Georgia
named George.
Who do you think landed in Georgia first? The people from Georgia or the people from Athens?
Athens, Georgia.
I think it was George Washington.
What? That's weird.
I think he only crossed the Delaware, Mark.
No, it's because they named it after King George.
They wanted to emasculate him and just say Georgia?
I think so. I don't know.
That's ye pilgrims are going to talk about. I don't know how to speak pilgrim. I just know how to put a buckle on my hat. And that's about it.
What league we doing this week, Scotty?
Oh, we're gonna do pick 'em with that Lyle. All right.
Oh, okay, maybe not. That's
I
fine.
figured we would
skip
go.
a week. We'll just let it ride.
Let it ride.
Let's just
for 2
let it
weeks.
ride.
Let it
Let it
ride.
ride.
Let it ride. Like the first week of fantasy hockey, it's gonna be 2 weeks. So
Why not?
Why not? It's really happening.
Yes.
Not that this matters anyway. Whoever's gonna pick last in the college is gonna win.
Woohoo!
So there's that. All right. Let's get the shout-outs. Johnny P.
I have a shout out to Chuck of Lefty and the Lowriders. He gets married this weekend,
Hey.
so we are heading to the Pocono Mountains.
Is he lefty or the lowrider?
I think he's a lowrider.
Okay.
But heading
Shawnee?
to the Pocono Mountains. I don't believe we're going to Shawnee. I did ask that beforehand, so I don't think we're actually going to Shawnee. But we are going to a resort where you have to rent a cabin.
Interesting.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, this is cool. So we're going there this weekend. I'm taking the soundboard equipment and running some DJ-ness while taking pictures, I believe, from the DJ booth.
Are you getting paid double?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yep, definitely. I'm doing 2 jobs.
So all the shrimp cocktail and potato salad you want? I like it.
Yep. And yeah, so that's cool. Congratulations. Weddings are fun. New music from Lefty to Lowriders. Scotty, did you end up getting your email?
I got it. I have yet to listen to it yet, but it seems fantastic.
Right.
If what you were playing before the show.
What I did, I played it before the show. That is new Lefty to Lowriders. That was track 2. And the only reason I know that is because I don't know any of the names to the song.
Okay, well, baby steps.
It just came through as track 2. So people, if you love track 2, there's more where that came from.
There's maybe even a 3, and definitely a 1.
There was definitely a 1. I do believe there was a 1. I think that there may be a track 4 even.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah. More new music to come from Lefty and the Lowriders. And we can monetize our show because YouTube doesn't hate us.
Anymore.
Right.
I don't know how we get money, though. That's a good question. We're monetizing, but where does the money go? I don't know.
But apparently we have to make some kind of free monetary account. I looked at it while I was doing all the cutting for Hockley. They had how to make money off of your show
Interesting.
type of thing.
Pretty straightforward, I have to say.
Yeah. So all of our shows are able to be monetized, but we haven't never signed up for this account or made them do what they need to do. Basically, all it does is bring up one of those pop-up ads during the show.
Pop-up video.
Yes. Now that would be awesome.
Great.
if it happened for the show, it like popped up and it was like next to Lyle. It was like, if you look here, there's another picture of Lyle.
And we have all his old TV references pop up. The Honeymooners was a show in the 50s.
Yes. I think those are all my shout-outs.
Mark with a C.
John, I have some good news and bad news.
Uh-oh.
The bad news, I'll start with the skates, the old tacks or whatever we were using, are done for. I mean, I can get the bottoms of them put back on.
You destroyed my skates.
The rivets were popping off.
You actually dry rot at the bottom, did you?
Yeah, they're just done.
They were literally they were like, what were they? Second generation CCM tacks.
We can get the rivets put back in and get them restored.
Well, I don't really
but
care.
I'm not going to skate on them anymore.
I don't really care. I just need to buy a new pair of skates because those were
that's the good news. The good news is new pair of skates.
Mark bought a new pair of skates.
Some Bauer Vapors there, kid.
Bauer Vapors.
And if they fit your feet, they probably fit mine.
So yes. So the good news is that you have a new pair of skates now. Whenever you want to skate out, a brand new pair of skates.
Awesome.
So
here's an
shout out to
interesting
that.
thing. Sorry to cut you off. I'm glad you brought up skates, Mark, because we had a question on our Facebook page.
Oh.
From one of the new listeners, Matt. He actually has a story about how he went to a Seattle Thunderbirds game and it got him hooked on the hockey. He's talking about his white skates that he has, and he thought, wondering if that was too pompous or not. Of course, we always make fun of our buddy Josh Berman for his white gloves.
Mm-hmm.
But I think white skates, those give a pass because you remember Sergei Fedorov when Nike first came onto the scene. Those white skates were freaking. They were the hottest selling item out there in the mid-90s. They were pretty bad looking. So you know what? I'll give a pass to the white skates.
I feel like hockey hasn't become soccer yet, where they like that. Everything's still black for the most part. Like. Skate-wise.
I think that the NHL sort of mandates that, because remember, Alexander Ovechkin had a red pair of skates for the Olympics one year, I think. The World Championships or whatever it was.
It was just the bottoms, the holders were red?
No, the actual entire skate was red. Like the parts of the boot were very red.
That's awesome.
But I don't think the NHL lets people do that.
See, and that was another thing that I actually put on Twitter. Recently is like why doesn't the NHL mandate that teams use different color tape for a game? Like home team uses white tape, away team uses black tape, and then you can see if some teammate high sticked his own player.
Oh, on the sticks. I thought you meant on the socks.
Yeah, on the stick.
I don't know. I think the NHLPA would be up in arms with that. Let the guys have choices. What's with this totalitarianism? We're going on strike. Over tape.
Oh well. I say go for white skates. They're awesome.
There you go.
And
shout out
skates, Mark.
Shout out California Golden Seals.
So I'm going to be trying those skates out next Tuesday. So before next show, I'll let you know how they are.
Okay.
And how many blisters I have.
Awesome. Yeah, break those in. That was the other really good part about the old skates is that they were so broken in. They were really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I wore them ever. I wore them once.
Also, shout out to this weekend. I'm running in a Baltimore marathon relay. I am the final leg. I have 7.2, 7.3-ish miles of a final leg of a marathon. Which one of these should I drink or / eat beforehand? Should I go with the lemon something or other?
Sublime.
Or the orange mandarin orange?
What do you like on your what flavoring do you like on your chicken? Orange or lemon?
Orange.
Okay, then there you go. There's your answer.
You're a very wise man, Scotty.
Do what I can.
I was gonna go with Sublime because you don't practice Santeria.
That is true. But here's the thing: he doesn't need to be mellow for his race.
Right.
That's right.
So I would think he would get a little bit too high. Also, when you look at the Mandarin chicken. I also would have went with butter if they had a butter flavoring, because butter chicken's the bomb.
Everything's better with butter.
They also have like a cocoa flavor too, but I already ate that one.
Is it eating or drinking? What is that? Is that
It's
like
a gel. It's like in between eating and drinking.
Put it in your hair?
Disgusting.
The
Hey,
goo
here's the thing.
energy gel.
You drink / eat the orange and put the lemon in your hair.
All right, there you go. And I'll be blonde before the end of the race.
Woo!
That's it for shoutouts for
You
me.
got the good part of town there to run through.
Sure do.
Oh, do you?
And it's all downhill too. Suckers.
Jesus Christ. How'd you score that one?
It's because I don't know. People wanted. It's the longest leg of the race, so people always were like, "I don't want to run the long leg." It's like, yeah, well, it's all downhill, so
Yeah.
you're an idiot.
And you don't even have the extra weight of the bulletproof vest.
Right. I'm running away from Clifton Park.
Wait, where's this marathon going through?
You just look up Baltimore Marathon.
Baltimore Marathon.
What's that?
Scotty, have you ever seen the map of the Baltimore Marathon?
No, I have to check this out.
Oh.
Oh, that doesn't seem good at all. Why would you have a marathon in these places if it's that bad?
There's some parts of town that the only time you should be running through is if you're in a pack like that.
How would you know if it's a shotgun start?
Make you run faster. You set some personal records.
Fucking, you hear a gunshot go off, the guy at the starting line, I didn't do anything. Wait a minute.
This is
Half the people
just has flanks.
People are still getting out of their car. Shit, I thought it was half an hour later.
It'll be a good time though. So
I bet.
Yes, it will. It will.
That's all I got.
Do you all get medals?
Yes, we all get medals.
Nice.
Everyone wins. Shout to the out, Mr. Mike Steakhouse, casual style, in beautiful Airdrie, Alberta, Canada. Home of a Bighorn Lager, home of the Antler Ale, and if you like yourself some steak, that's the place to be. Delicious steak. Had a great steak this weekend. My goodness, it's Friday. Oh, I had to put it on Instagram. Shout out filters.
It's hashtag.
What
filters.
Use for steak.
It was obviously the rye. Actually, you know what? I don't even know. I think I used 1977.
Hashtag A1.
Yeah. Hashtag Worcestershire sauce. Shout out to Stan's Rambling Stories, which I want to make it has to happen, and if not, I just bank up a lot of stories and we play it during the summer months.
There we go. Just record a whole bunch of shit.
Exactly.
Then,
I just have to go out to dinner with him and just bring a tape recorder and just set it down on the table and just go, huh?
I think
I'm sure
we got a winner.
We might have to edit for some unkind language to some minorities, but hey.
We'll just put not safe for work on it.
Exactly. Not safe for work. Redskins, you know what they really should call them? This has been Stan's Rambling Stories. All right, I'm going to go out on a high Stan note. That's it. That's all. So that's it for this week. For Johnny P. Mark with a C, I'm Scotty Waz. Take care of yourself and someone else. It's been Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com, which is also our Tumblr. The Facebook, which is blowing up. Kids, you're loving it. You're liking it. Go like it. FOHS Radio is where you can go. And the Twitter is FaceOffHCKY Show. Until next week, the return of La Richardson, the return of us, and hopefully the return of you. Peace!
See ya!
Hit the off button. Hit the off button. Hit the off button.
I don't know if you remember.